All right, the jig is up because in this video, we're gonna be covering jigsaws, AKA Saber saws. We'll go over some important basics, the parts, what they do, and how to safely and properly use one. Let's get started. First up, let's review some basics. Jigsaws are often used to make curved cuts. They can be tilted or beveled using an Allen wrench to adjust this base plate here. They can be used for fine or coarse cutting. That's really determined based off of the blade and the amount of teeth on the blade. They can cut different types of material as well. So for wood, metal, or even PVC. Now we'll go over different parts of the jigsaw and what they do. So this right here is the trigger switch, right? This is what is going to allow the actual saw to operate. This right here is the lock on button. You can see once it's engaged, I no longer have to hold that trigger, okay? There's also an orbital action lever right here, which allows the saw to reciprocate once we get it going. This right here is what is called the blade holder, and this is what will allow us to pull the blade out of the actual saw. And then back here is where the speed wheel is located, which is then going to actuate the speed in which the saw is controlled at. Perfect. The main thing to focus on, you should always match the blade type to the material being cut. Most blades are made of carbon steel, anywhere from 2 to 3.5 inches long, anywhere from 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch wide. More teeth are recommended for fine cutting, less teeth are recommended for more coarse cutting. All right, before we show you how to make some cuts, let's go over safety real quick. First and foremost, always use safety glasses. PPE is very important. Right? Always unplug the tool when you're not using it. Keep the shoe on the base plate of the saw as well. And whenever possible, make sure you clamp down your material so it's firmly secure. No matter what you are cutting, also always need to practice control and cut slowly. Now let's show you how to make a few cuts. First thing, always remember, you guessed it, PPE, so you want to throw on the safety glasses. Next, you want to make sure that whatever you're cutting is clamped down and fully secured. Lastly, whenever we're not using the saw, it's not plugged in, so we're going to need a source of power. Want to make sure the cord is out of your way while cutting. Keep your fingers out of the way of the blade, if you like them, that is. This would definitely be a painful one. And there it is. All right, so the next type of cut we're gonna talk about here is like a plunge cut. An area where you might focus on this might be the back of a cabinet where you're cutting in an electrical plate. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this 3/8 drill bit, and I'm actually gonna put a hole in every one of these corners. What that's gonna do is give me a little bit more mobility on the saw so I can get these corners nice and round, and then I'll come back and I'll square them off. Now that we have the corners taken care of, you guessed it, PPE, safety glasses go on. Saw is always unplugged when we're not using it, so we're going to need a source of electricity. Here we go. Always, guys, keep your hands clear of the blade. This one would be a painful one. And then cut nice and slow. All right, so now you can see is I have my general square here. You can cut back into these corners here and square them off a little bit, but this is generally a finished product. And there you have it, jigsaw basics, the most important parts, safety, and how to make a cut. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you around.